And welcome everybody, it's Dan. Hope you're well today. Goodness, I'm very bright today. Look at that, I apologise for that. Let's turn this camera off, this light, I think. There we go, is that better? I seem really bright. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, it is what it is. I am very bright. My wife might not agree, but I am, I'm sure. If not in the head, certainly my face is because of the light. Anyway, look, let's talk about 2022, shall we? Because the statistics came out last month from the ONS about what's happening with all the businesses in the UK, and it was pretty dire, quite frankly. And honestly, should we be surprised at how bad it actually was? I don't think we really should be that surprised. We came off COVID, we got Brexit, we got Ukraine. There's been all these different factors going into it. And obviously, this is a marketing and sales show. And I think that we really should be talking about how we can help businesses such as yours and just kind of being aware of what's really going on out there in the marketplace. You know, I log into Twitter. There's a lot of stuff against the Tories, and quite rightly so, I think. I think we've totally ruined the country, quite frankly, and they're supposed to be pro-business, and I can't really see that at all. You know, the highest tax burden, interest rates have gone up very quickly in a space of just 14 months. And you might argue that that's not their fault. But then we had Liz Truss costing the country, I don't know, 80 billion, something like that, because of a stupid budget that she thought she would introduce without running it through the whoever she was supposed to run it through. Like, let's put the idiots in charge. Let's get Mr. Bean. He would have done a better job. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on some of the stuff that's happened, and let's talk around what can we do to improve other people's businesses? Because last year, 345,000 businesses shut. That's almost 12% of all businesses in the UK shut. That's a phenomenal figure. 345,000 businesses. Obviously, that's 345,000 business owners. And then I wonder how many staff were actually within those businesses as well. Let's say there's 2 or 3 staff for each one. There's 1 million people right there who've lost their jobs. Assuming there's 3 people per business. Some of them might be one-man businesses, which I'm sure there are. And then conversely, some of them will be, not Woolworths, Wilco's. Wilco's, did they go down in 2023 or 2022? I forget. But there'll be big businesses. And I'm sure, as you know, there will be some big businesses that have gone to the wayside, sadly. So like 12% of all businesses closing down. That's shocking. That's 2022. I dread to think where we are for 2023 because we've had more interest rate rises. We've had Ukraine has gone on for quite some time, and I reckon it'll probably go on for quite some time. You know, even now, like how long's the Ukraine war going to go on for? Another couple of years? 5 years, 10 years, 50 years? Who knows? Like literally, I have no idea what's going on there. And you might go, well, what's that got to do with us? Well, it's got to do with fuel prices, which we're going to talk about soon. But one of the other statistics that I noticed was that 24% of transport and storage businesses, they shut down. That's phenomenal. That's double as a percentage all the businesses that shut down in the UK. 24% of all transport and storage businesses, they shut down. And I kind of don't understand that to some extent because on one hand, you've got Amazon. Everybody's buying, especially after the pandemic. Everybody was buying Amazon and Amazon stuff. You know, I don't even shop anywhere. I just buy it off Amazon. And do I even do a search on Google to see if it's available elsewhere other than Amazon? I'm really guilty, and no is the answer. I don't. Like sometimes I might have just bought an exercise bike. It's not an exercise bike, by the way. It is a torture device called an assault bike with, you know, the arms that move. It's absolutely killer. Someone said to me, I thought you hated that. I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm like, well, why have you bought it then? Because I'm going to overcome it. That's why. So 24% of transport and storage. You're like, well, why would that be? Well, that's kind of answered on the next bit, really, which is higher energy costs. Like, how much has fuel gone up? Significantly. What about storage for energy for storage facilities? Do you think the cost on that's gone up? Massively. One of my HMOs was paying £165 a month. I think that's currently paying £492 a month just on gas and electricity. And there's only so many times you can ask tenants to switch the bloody light off. And really, what difference does switching a light off or to actually even They come into the house, they turn the boiler up to full, they open windows for when it gets really warm. This is supposed to be the generation that's going to save the planet. Not my tenants. They're a nightmare. I just have to be at them all the time. And I think they go, well, I'm paying for it, I might as well use it. And it's like, that's stupid, because you're just going to end up paying more because the price has gone up, so your rent's going to go up. It doesn't make sense, but we kind of don't make that connection, sadly. But for all these other businesses, 345,000 businesses in 2022, you've got all these higher energy costs. So where my office is in Leeds, we rent a very small office because we never there basically, and we usually use it for a little bit of storage for the property stuff, but actually we're going to transform it into a little podcast studio, so that when I'm over in the UK I can still go live like we do here, but even have guests that come to the office and we can interview them and that kind of thing. So we're just kind of doing that up in the next couple of weeks, but we pay hardly anything. Like, we pay £200 a month for that office. It's just a really small office, and that includes all our gas, water, electricity. We can make cups of tea. We've got a microwave. We have a toilet, no shower. But it's like, how do they keep going on? I expect our rent will have to go up like everybody else's rents have had to go up. So higher energy costs are really having an impact. And then because of and I spelt it wrong, by the way, so I apologise, higher supplier prices, the 2 P's in supplier, Dan. Higher supplier prices, some of that is come on because of the higher energy costs. Some of it is come on just because the cost of living has gone up. People are expecting pay rises, and I know the Bank of England guy on £500,000 a year doesn't want the plebs to have wage rises, because why would he? He doesn't care about the plebs at the lower end. Why would he bother when he's on £500,000 a year? Imagine 50 grand a month. Well, it's not quite that, is it? Let's call it 40. Imagine 40 grand a month before tax, which, by the way, is only 25 grand. But imagine 25 grand a month coming in, and then telling people, you there on £10 an hour, you want £10.50? Off with you, off with. Like, it's just ridiculous. The haves and the have-nots, and this gap is getting even bigger. The privilege gap and the poverty gap is widening every single year. So we've got higher supplier prices. And then we've also got lower consumer spending because everybody's tightened the belts. In March we lost a couple of customers, and we managed to build that back up again, and hopefully we'll continue to build it back up. And actually we're ahead of the game compared to where we were back in March. So we've actually recovered on that quite well. But that's us. We're in a unique position where we provide digital marketing services, and there is a call for that right now. And then, just to finally finish off with this, and then I'm going to talk about what you can do as a business. Just to finish off with this, you've got massive interest rate rises, and 14 interest rate rises in a row. And I understand that interest rates were artificially low and have been for quite some time, and that they were due to rise. Totally understand that. 14 in a row, sometimes 0.25%, sometimes 0.5%. That is a significant amount. So no wonder people are struggling. So what can you do then? That's the question, isn't it? Really, that's the $1 million question, or I should say, the 345,000 businesses going bust in 2023 question. So we talk about this all the time. You've got to create some content. We just created a whole bunch of shorts running interviews with some of our clients, and we pulled out the shorts, put them on YouTube, and the difference on their YouTube videos now has gone up. And you can see where we started posting some of these shorts, like it was a dramatic increase. And so that's more people watching their content. And so, like, you can do this where it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. And if you're really busy, it'll cost you like £500 a month. And that's what, that's our kind of minimum startup cost. But we can create a whole bunch of content for you. But it's not about what we can do for you. It's about what you can do for you. Like going live like this, like a setup like this. I've got a nice microphone, 150 quid. I've got a camera which I've had for 5 years. It's a Logitech 920. I use OBS, which is free. I use, what do I use for this? Restream, which costs like 30 quid a month. And then I've got some lights. I've got a light here, and I've got a light there, and I've got a Captain America shield, because I don't know why. Like, you don't have to have that. It doesn't cost you a lot of money. For less than £300, you can have a setup like this, and you could go live 5 times a day for 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 3 minutes. Or you could go live once every day, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. roundup of the day. I don't know. But you should be using all this digital content, and you should be posting it out onto your channels to get people interested in what you're doing, to give you an insight. Yesterday, I watched a guy who videoed himself using a jet wash to clean somebody's drive, and he did it for free. 945,000 views he was getting jet washing someone's drive. One of our clients, Robbie, is a sheep shearer, and he teaches other people how to shear sheep, right? Yeah, we're a business that has a sheep shearer as a client, which is amazing. One of his videos went a couple of days ago. I've not checked it since, but he had 300, I'm going to check it now, 345,000 views of him shearing a goddamn sheep. Let's see if I can find it again. So this is about putting yourself out there and being able to see yourself make a difference in people's lives. Let me just find it here. Let me see. Where is the video? It's all under shorts. I don't know why I can't see it today. My brain's not working. I did an hour of CrossFit this morning, and then I went and did an hour and a half of basketball. It's quite a lot, isn't it? Why can't I see the number of views? Here we go. Where is he? I mean, his views go from 350, 3.3, 1.7, 4,000. Let me go a bit further down. I can't see it. I was trying to find how much he's actually got for his shorts. One video's got 61,000. It's got 23,000 subscribers. One video's got 107,000 views. And it can go up and down. Some of his videos got 500 views, 300 views, 545 views. But these are all potential customers. 188,000 views. Good grief. 1.3 million views. That was a video I did 3 years ago. And this is what you have access to. And you don't even need to set up like this. You can use your mobile phone walking down the street, and you can record yourself, and you can be talking about what's going on in your business. You can be doing, I had to have a new boiler installed. You could be doing a boiler repair, and you're doing a before and after and showing all the pretty pipe work, because the pipe work on the previous install was a mess. He put new pipe work in. The old stuff, he should have videoed it. The old stuff looked a mess. The new stuff looks really good. The boiler's up and running. Very happy tenant. That's what you should be videoing. And so you need to get in front of as many people as you can, because if you're not raising awareness about your business, you are going to be one of these 345,000 people. We don't want that. You know, it's December right now, and I wrote a post on Facebook about men's mental health. Like, it's December. You know, the biggest killer of men under 55 is suicide. Like, do you think your business going bust? Do you think there's a correlation between that? 100%. So we don't want that for you. We want you to be producing content. Look, if we're helping you produce it and then schedule it, awesome. But if we're not, I don't care, right? You should be producing content and getting in front of as many people as you can, because it's that important. And if you're not doing that, then your competitors are, and they're going to beat you. And you're letting them in. You're literally letting them win. You should be putting your competitors out of business, not the other way around. All right, I hope that's useful for you. We'll catch up with you on the next one. Have a good day. Take care.